So my friend messages me the other day and he's like, yo, you gotta watch this video. It's got Michael Reeves and a robot dog and beer and bionic penis and beer piss. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Say less. Hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna be watching Michael Reeves make a state-of-the-art robot dog piss in a cup. I think it's gonna be great fun and hopefully I can give you some insights into how difficult some of this stuff that Michael does actually is. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name's Addy, I'm 24 years old and I'm a mechatronics and a software engineer. And if you're new to this channel, I created it recently to explore topics like artificial intelligence, creative coding, full stack web development and robotics. So if any of those topics sound interesting to you and you'd like to be part of my journey with this channel, then consider hitting that subscribe button. Okay, let's jump right into it.
So there's this company called Boston Dynamics. Their whole purpose in life is to create the most advanced robots the world has ever seen. They've gone from nothing to a heroin bot that snorts crack and just wriggles around on the ground to actual moving quadruped robot to this insanely advanced robotic dog named Spot. It can map its environment and learn in real time from things around it. It can traverse terrain that robots could previously never walk on. It's the culmination of 30 years of research and development. It's an engineering masterpiece. I want to make it piss beer into a cup, so... It was 2 years ago when I watched the reveal trailer for Spot on the Boston Dynamics YouTube channel, and I lost my goddamn mind. And it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. It was a robot that could move like a dog. I had to see it in person, so what did I do? I messaged them. I emailed them. I even tweeted at them. I would do anything for a Boston Dynamics robot dog to just be here. And what did they say? We're only giving it out to construction companies. And of course I was bummed about that. What am I gonna do? So I just accepted it, moved on, and then 2 weeks later, what do I see but Adam Savage gallivanting around with the robot dog? Does he look like a construction?
Okay, I swear to God, Adam Savage seems to be getting all the cool shit as soon as it comes out. Have you guys seen that video of the guy like building his own jetpack and Adam Savage like converts it into kind of like an Iron Man suit? Like, this guy gets everything.
Company, no, those bastards lied to me. And so I waited, and I waited, and I waited until Spot became publicly available. And then with the help of offline TV and the sponsor I lied to about where their entire budget was going, there's a Boston Dynamics robot dog right here. And it's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at it, it's so sick. You can control all of its movement with this little baby shitter Nintendo Switch controller, but also they let you write code for it, and the API documentation is only kind of ass.
That's cool. So I didn't actually know that you can write code for Spot Mini over here. So you hear Michael say the words API documentation. For those of you who don't know what that is, just in simple terms, what Boston Dynamics has done is they've taken all of the crazy code and physics and math that goes on behind the scenes and sort of like encapsulated that into a library of software. And what that allows new software developers to do is, for example, say simple stuff like robot.walk forward or robot.turn. And their code handles all of the complicated stuff behind the scenes to actually make it work. So technically, Michael doesn't really need to know how to get the robot to walk or how to make it turn or any of that stuff. So when he says the API documentation isn't that bad, he just means that it's got a good collection of functions that aren't that difficult to understand or use that allows him to control Spot in a way that he'd like to. So I assume he's going to use that to get the robot to, you know, walk over the cup and piss into it, basically.
Well, you don't even need the fucking GameCube controller because you can run it entirely off of software written on a computer. The level of advancement is just staggering. It feels like I'm holding a piece of the future in my hands every time I execute code on it. And above everything, it's just so fucking cool. It's so sick. How did they make it so sick?
Honestly, I would love having a Spot Mini just like running errands for me here and there, you know, maybe pissing beer in a cup.
You still lied to me.
Oh.
You lied to me, Boston Dynamics, and so you're gonna have to watch as I turn your state-of-the-art robot dog into a machine that pisses beer into a cup for me to drink. Why specifically that? Because it sounded funny. I don't fucking know. Let's say
Hey, that's gotta be painful for Boston Dynamics to watch. Like, their state-of-the-art robot dog has been taken over by this madman to just piss beer in a cup. That's pretty funny, though.
I want to get shit-faced, you know, to cope. But eventually, my beer's gonna be gone, but my sadness isn't. So what am I gonna do? Fill it myself like some fucking Neanderthal? No, here's what I want. I want to place my empty cup on the ground. Then I want Boston Dynamics Pissbot over there to use its cameras and survey the room for any red Solo cups on the ground. If it detects one, I want it to move over to it, position itself above it, and piss me a nice tall glass of beer so that I don't have to. And then I guess...
I think he explained that part pretty well. I wonder if the cameras on Spot are actually good enough to do like image recognition stuff. But yeah, we'll see what he does with that.
It can fuck off and find more cups to piss in. And you gotta start somewhere, right? So let's start where most things do. That's right, the penis. This is my first prototype of the penis. And by prototype, I mean this is what's going on the dog. I'm not gonna make another one. Like all penises, it's a 2-axis gimbal driven by servo motors. So it moves left and right and up and down, all to aim this guy, which is, I guess, kind of like the urethra. It's what's being fed the pressurized beer. I'm using water right now, but it's using it like a solenoid to control it. And
Ooh.
Better example, it's facing straight down like it will be when it's attached to the dog, and I can move it around and reposition and kind of aim the piss so that, which is kind of cool. But the thing is, I'm the one aiming the piss. We need a way.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a prediction right now that there's probably gonna be beer piss all over the floor later on.
For the dick to detect the cup and aim itself automatically. I'm thinking a camera and some sort of computer vision system thing. That was a shit idea, Pass Michael, and I hate you forever. It turns out when you run computer vision stuff on a Raspberry Pi, you get like 2 frames a second, because it just can't process the images fast enough. That, or I'm stupid and set it up wrong. Probably the second one, honestly, but either way, it's not fast enough to track the cup. But ooga booga,
So Raspberry Pi is actually a miniature like chip. It's probably like this big. It comes in different sizes depending on what you want to do with it. And it's basically just a miniature computer. You can plug it into a monitor, plug it into a keyboard, and, you know, do all sorts of stuff with it, write code to it, make it do like computer vision stuff, or like, you know, stuff like detect a cup. But yeah, so the issue he's explaining right now is that the frame rate of the camera that he'd be using with the Raspberry Pi would be too low for it to actually be able to detect the cup accurately.
caveman brain idea. We don't need the computer to understand that this is a cup. All we need is for it to see all the brightest pixels in the image, because the inside of the cup is entirely white. So I wrote this code that generates a mask of the brightest pixels on the screen, and then it literally just averages their position. It's maybe the smallest IQ solution I could have come up with, but it works fucking amazing.
I wonder what would happen if like his floor was white, or there's just a lot of like white light in the background.
But Michael, what happens when the floor is also white? Won't the camera get confused and not be able to track the cup? Well, first of all, fuck you, smartass. But also, yes, you're
I had that coming.
right. You can see that the camera's having a super hard time differentiating between the bright pixels on the floor and the ones in the cup. But there's a pretty easy workaround. First, you dynamically set the camera's brightness on startup, and two, you just light the shot. And now, all that's being detected is the cup. This is thanks to a quirky little physics thing that Veritasium would call the inverse square law, and I would call light get more dim when it more farther away. And since the cup is closest to the light source, it will always have the brightest pixels in the frame. Please don't trust anything I just said. I didn't go to school. I'm stupid. I'm not a physicist. Don't trust. It could have all been wrong. It could have all completely been wrong, but it still works. It still works, right? So, yep.
That's actually the #1 rule in engineering. If it works, it works.
Look, now when we combine the camera system with the penis, it can aim itself perfectly at the cup anywhere it is in the frame. And when I leave it alone for a while...
That's impressive.
Perfect cup of beer every time. Oh my god, it fucking worked. I've never tested that before. I was like 95% sure it
I wonder how clean those pipes actually are.
would fuck it up. Beer tastes like shit. It's time to attach it to the dog, but how do we do that? Maybe we can use movie magic. I forgot to record the attachment process. Let me go find someone to test this. Hey, buddy, pal. Let's go. I got some cool thing to test. So you're famously alcoholic among us.
Wait, no, I'm not.
So this is really gonna suit you very well. And welcome into the garage.
Why is a robo dog chained up?
Let me set the scene. Ignore the sex swing robo
I'm
dog.
sober now.
Now you can get your fix. You don't have to fill the cup yourself. Uh-oh, empty cup, nothing in the cup. You don't want to pour it yourself.
sober.
You don't want to pour the... You're an alcoholic, Yvonne. Take the cup, put the cup under the robot dog's crotch.
Like right. That's the crotch part, right?
And now you have a nice cup of beer. Claim your prize.
Why is this free?
I haven't coded that part out yet. And that's yours to keep even.
Oh wow, thanks.
Yeah. Can't help but notice you haven't drank the beer yet. You gotta drink the beer, buddy, you gotta... I call that a success for the penis. Now all we gotta do is teach Spot the robot to move around the room to any red solo cup it can see. Originally I was gonna use the onboard cameras for this, but the quality on the onboard cameras is, it's rat shit. It's like a VHS tape from the 1990s. The TensorFlow model I've been using to detect the cup does not play well with the camera quality at all. But luckily Boston Dynamics
So TensorFlow is a library that was created by Google that actually abstracts away all of the complicated stuff associated with machine learning, which means that developers who don't have much experience or much knowledge in the theory of machine learning can still use their software to build machine learning models, if that makes any sense.
sells an improved camera attachment for Spot, so we just need to head to their site and pick one up. I bought this security camera on Amazon for $30. To make it wireless for Spot is easy. Just take the output wire of your camera and adapt it over to RCA. Now that you got RCA set up, we're gonna plug it into your RCA to HDMI converter, and we all know the output of that bad boy is going in your wireless HDMI transmitter, which of course sends signal over to the wireless HDMI receiver, and then that is gonna go back to fucking wired HDMI. Plug in the... It's just that easy. Now you can vlog yourself on a wireless security camera. Or fucking, what was I doing it for? Right, to put it on a robotic dog so it can piss beer into cups. Why have I not said this out loud before? Why am I doing... Sorry about that, about me, but look at this. I've cleared the dog's astigmatism, and it can finally see clearly enough for us to teach it how to find one of these. All right, I'm gonna put the program I wrote for Spot up on the screen now. I know you kind of have to be a giga genius to understand code, but let's try to walk through some of the advanced logic I use to program the dog. If Spot sees the cup to the left of the screen, he turns left. If Spot sees the cup to the right of the screen, it turns right. And now maybe the most advanced concept in Spot's programming, if it sees the cup in the middle of the screen, he will walk forward to it and place his dick above it. I unattached the dick, but you get it, right?
It's crazy how realistic that looks.
Is it not sick as shit? Is it not cool? Through a security camera, right? So I think the idea is you give it some sort of idle animation. I just set it to spin around in circles, and then you're chilling. You're day drinking with the boys. No, you're not. You've been in quarantine and you haven't seen anyone for 8 months. You're sad and you're drinking alone. And I don't want to fill up my cup when I'm sad and drinking alone, so I plop it. See the cup. Fuck. Really should have tested it before doing that whole spiel. Oh, it fucking works! Higgins. Wait, it fucking works! Why didn't it work the first time? Then it works. The first time was a fluke, and
So if it's not too clear how this entire system that he built works, so you can see that there's a camera on the neck of Spot, and that camera's primary purpose is to search for the cup. So initially he just gets Spot to, turn around in circles continuously. That camera will then spot a cup somewhere in the room, and as soon as it spots a cup, it will let Spot know whether that cup is to the left of Spot or to the right of Spot. And accordingly, Spot will center itself so that it's facing the cup. Once Spot is facing the cup, the code will probably tell it to keep walking forward until it's over the cup. Now, how do you actually know that Spot is over the cup? Because like the cup would pass the camera around its neck, right? And that's because if I remember correctly, the bionic penis also has a camera of its own. So I guess the camera at the bottom is telling Spot to stop when it sees a cup right under the penis. And once Spot is over the cup and the camera detects that he's correctly positioned over the cup, then his bionic penis contraption will try to aim the beer piss into the cup.
Yes, go. Piss in your cup. That's so fucking sick. That's so cool. That's so fucking cool. That's so sick. That's all the discrete parts. That's the dick. That's the pissing. That's the moving yourself around the room to the cup. I just have to fucking mush them together. Welcome to the future of alcoholism. We've been there before. All cup and no beer. That ends today. Introducing Boston Dynamics PissBot. Nope, not Boston Dynamics. Please stop sending us cease and desists. PissBot, just PissBot. Hours of research have resulted in the most advanced beer pissing robot the world's ever seen. All at the flick of a switch.
So that's the camera underneath Spot, which would probably signal when Spot should stop, or like signal when Spot is actually over a cup.
Bum ba ba bum. Robot dog. You can be wherever you want, right? That's the magic.
Honestly, I'd probably have the same reaction.
Yes. You put it on the ground and you just back away.
No way! Oh my! Wait! Oh my fuck!
Oh, so why is he rotating? I guess according to Spot, he probably can't see a cup anymore, so he's searching for a cup while he's pissing into one. Yeah, code probably needs to be fixed over there.
Do it again, do it again. Oh no, the tank pressure. Oh god, it's slipping in the piss. Oh, go. You know what? Do your thing. Go.
Oh my!
It's perfect.
No way. No, wait. Wait. Where is it? Oh, Michael.
Look, a steamy cup of beer. Then you
I don't know about you, but I probably wouldn't want to drink that.
barely even notice him. He's just like in the corner of your house.
What's he doing now?
And he just like waits until someone else needs their beer filled. Come on, you're really embarrassing me in front of the people right now, honestly. Oh no, you did it again.
I've grown up around a lot of puppies, and I promise you, this is what the house looked like 90% of the time.
Come on, you know you can.
Okay!
Yes!
Oh, pick it up, pick it up.
And then you just grab.
Oh my god!
No, move over here, bud. No, don't go to the piss. Don't go back to the piss. Oh, move this.
Oh my god!
No, oh, shit.
God. Oh, fiend!
God fucking damn it. PissBot is working flawlessly 35% of the time. It's working so well that I wanted to hop on a Zoom call and show this innovation to Boston Dynamics, but guess which company ghosted me once again?
I've been developing some third-party attachments / software for it.
ghosted me once again. At this point, I just want to drive to their headquarters in person and give them a piece of my mind. Did you know Boston Dynamics is in Boston? I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to drive from Los Angeles to Boston. I definitely underestimated the amount of time. Oh, hey, it's the school I went to. Lily, look, it's my old college dorm. Good times, man. Good times at this college. Oh man, it fucking sucked. I hated it here. Anyway, I completely underestimated what 45 hours of driving feels like. My legs are like 90% blood clots. I just couldn't think of a way to end the video, and I went, herder, Boston drive funny. I don't know, maybe I just needed to get out of the house and severely overcompensated. Haven't made a video in a while, and I kind of miss it, so I'm looking forward to making more. Ideally, without the 6-month break in between, but no guarantees. The new Minecraft update looks pretty sick, and so that I might be busy with that for a bit. And hey, after 8 days, a couple pop tires, and 2,988 miles, we made it to Boston. So I can finally do what I came here to do.
On. Is he gonna make it piss in front of them?
Ha! Get pissed on. Alright, let's drive back.
That's it?
Yeah.
So they drove like hours and hours just to piss in front of their headquarters. I doubt Boston Dynamics would ever want to see him after this. Okay, so I think for the rest of the video he's just gonna be talking about the sponsor. Well, anyways, hopefully I could provide some insights into some of the stuff that he does and how he makes it actually seem easier than it is. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.